My name is Ellie. I want to tell you my story. I got the job at Vantage Corp right after college. I felt like I won the lottery. The office was all glass and light. People smiled. The HR manager, Linda, was so nice. She gave me a big welcome package, a water bottle, a notebook, and a handbook. She said, "We're a family here, Ellie. Our door is always open." I believed her. I felt safe. My boss, Mark, was always busy but kind. My coworkers were fun. We worked hard, but we also laughed. For 2 years, I was happy. I got a promotion. I got a raise. I told my mom I'm set for life. Then things slowly changed. Mark left. A new boss, David, came. David was different. He yelled. He changed deadlines without telling us. He gave my best projects to his favorite employee, Chad. I tried to talk to David. He said, "You need to be tougher, Ellie. This is the real world." I felt small, but I thought, this is just one bad boss. The company is still good. So I went to HR. I went to Linda, the same Linda who said her door was always open. I told her everything about the yelling, the stolen work, how my stomach hurt every Sunday night. Linda listened. She took notes. She looked very concerned. "This is serious, Ellie. We do not tolerate this. We will handle it. Thank you for your courage." I walked out feeling lighter. I trusted the system. HR was there to protect me, right? That's what they always say. A week later, David called me into a meeting. Linda was there too. My heart jumped. Good, I thought. They talked to him. David smiled. "Ellie, Linda shared your concerns. We've had a good talk. I realize I've been pushing the team too hard. I'm going to work on my communication." I almost cried with relief. It worked. HR fixed it. But then Linda spoke. Her voice was sweet, but her eyes were flat. "And Ellie, we feel for your own well-being, a fresh start might be best. We have a great opportunity on the customer service team. It's a lateral move, same pay." The customer service team? That was in the basement, no windows. It was where they sent people who were about to quit. I looked from Linda's fake smile to David's real one. He had won, and HR had helped him. My fresh start was a punishment for speaking up. The family was just a lie. I was not safe. I was alone. The basement was gray. The air tasted like dust and old coffee. My new desk was sticky. My new boss didn't know why I was sent here. My old friends from upstairs stopped emailing me. It was like I had a disease. I did my work. I answered angry phone calls. I died a little every day. But I needed the money. I had rent. I had student loans. I started noticing things. Other people in the basement had stories like mine. Sarah from marketing spoke up about unfair overtime. Now she was here. Ben from accounting questioned some numbers. Now he was here. We were the problem group. Not problems for the company, problems for our bosses, and HR's job was to clean us up, to hide us away. One day, I saw Linda giving a tour to new young employees. She was smiling her big smile. "We're a family here," she told them. I ducked behind my cubicle. I didn't want them to see me, the ghost of the family. I felt so stupid. I believed the handbook. I believed the water bottle and the smile. I thought HR was for employees, but I was wrong. HR's main job is to protect the company, not you. If helping you helps the company, they will smile and help. If you are a problem for a manager, you become a problem for the company, and they will make you disappear, quietly, legally. My anger turned into a cold, hard knot. I wasn't sad anymore. I was awake. I started to plan my escape, but I wasn't just going to quit. I needed proof. I needed to understand how the machine worked. So I started to listen. I became very quiet. I became invisible. Being invisible is a power. People talk when they think you're not listening. I heard HR assistants talking about managing out a pregnant woman whose manager thought she'd be distracted. I saw the paperwork for performance improvement plans that were designed to make people fail. I learned the special, gentle tone they used when lying to someone they were about to fire. The dark secret wasn't one big thing, it was 1,000 small, legal, cruel things. It was calling a firing, letting you go to pursue new opportunities. It was calling a punishment a fresh start. The secret was that the open door led to a trap. I started collecting information, not stealing, just remembering. Dates, names, the patterns. I kept a secret journal on my personal phone. Sarah's story, Ben's story, my story. I found an old, kind lawyer online. Her name was Patricia. She did free consultations. I was scared, but I emailed her. We met at a quiet cafe. I told her everything. I showed her my journal. She listened for a long time. Then she said, "What they're doing is called constructive dismissal, making your job so awful you have to quit. It's often legal, but not always. The pattern is important." She looked at me. "What do you want, Ellie?" I thought about it. I didn't want millions of dollars. I didn't want my old job back. "I want them to know I see them," I said, my voice shaking. "I want to leave on my own terms, and I want to help the others in the basement on my way out." Patricia smiled a small, tough smile. "Okay, then let's not sue. Let's negotiate." A week later, I asked for a meeting with Linda and the head of HR. I wore my best blazer. My heart was a drum. Linda looked confused. The head of HR, Mr. Reynolds, looked bored. "What can we do for you, Ellie?" Linda asked, sweet as poison. I took a deep breath. "I'm resigning," I said, "effective today." Linda's smile flickered with relief. Another problem solved. "We're sorry to hear that. We'll process your paperwork." "But," I said, and they both looked up, "I have conditions." Mr. Reynolds frowned. "Employees don't have conditions for resignation." "This one does," I said. I pushed a piece of paper across the table. It listed 3 things. First, a real positive letter of recommendation from the company, not just confirmation of my employment. Second, a full, untouched payout of my vacation time. And most important, the immediate transfer of Sarah and Ben back to their original departments with a clean record. "Or," I said, my voice now steady, "my lawyer, Patricia Wells, has a very detailed file. She thinks a judge would be very interested in the pattern of constructive dismissal here, especially before we talk to a newspaper." The room went silent. Linda's face was white. Mr. Reynolds stared at me like he was seeing me for the first time. I wasn't the sad girl from the basement anymore. I was a risk, a threat to the company. And that, finally, was a language they understood. They argued, they threatened, but in the end they signed. It was cheaper and quieter for them. To them, it was just business. I walked out of Vantage Corp that afternoon for the last time. I didn't go to the basement. I went to Sarah and Ben's new old desks upstairs. I simply said, "Check your email. You're back. It's done." The look on their faces was everything. I am telling you this story so you know, HR is not your friend. The family is not real. Their job is to protect the company, always. But you are not powerless. See the system. Document everything. Talk to a lawyer. Be smarter than their game. My door is closed at Vantage Corp, but my eyes are wide open now, and so should be yours. Don't learn the secret the hard way like I did. Know it from the start and protect yourself.